you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tar Heels will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The Blue Devils offense will get the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So North Carolina's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And
he's going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Flying down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, look out on the right. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Line gets set, first down. To the air on first down. grabbed over the middle. It's Tompkins. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing.
And the defense gets home and makes a play. Seven-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Going to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Bringing it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where...
Just plowing ahead. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Complete to start this drive. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Wilcox. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets it out fast. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tar Heels are in the red zone. They'll try the run. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back in this offense. I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this 1st quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Finds his man. It's Tompkins. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Using his legs to buy some time. He's got the back in the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Let's go. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina. A doff of the fedora. A hat trick. And we're not even at halftime yet.
Yeah, and these guys get these in high school and Little League, but my goodness, to do it at the college level, you already got 3, and it's just the first half. I think he's in for a pretty good day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to bring it back. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wiggles free. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Bring in the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Tompkins. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're working that left side. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he
breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Temple sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Philly. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Wilcox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, the running back has it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got it in the middle, it's Tompkins. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds a man on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll give it to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Turning it on! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. Touchdown, UNC! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The inside handoff. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking for a deep man. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's cross. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. And some room to work. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Back to throw, it's Cross. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Got his man. At the 35, he's got room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UNC! A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'm about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is the day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Got room on the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air, it's Cross. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Holds it in on the left. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And this young signal caller is playing well beyond his years. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up.
There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this one?
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This freshman behind center has certainly lived up to billing so far. And the QB has more than had his weight as lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Grease, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and
breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire, and he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And we talked about this guy from the beginning, and so far he has not disappointed behind center. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
How about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got a stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. He now has 111 yards on the ground for them so far, has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Back to pass, it's Crop. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it, they're on the move.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
It's complete to the left. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The offense changing the play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He caught it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the returner will be dragged down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
This is a designed run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Crop. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they turn it into a defensive score. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Back to pass on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Going right to work up top. Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they're gonna score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Crump. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for space, it's Paul. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big... It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This quarterback has been locked in. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They've put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they put up. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tompkins. Oh, he's got some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Fires left. A strike downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.